Well, it's a big show. Down. 7 foot tall, 500 pounds. It was the second week on the blue brand, and it's no surprise. It was the second week in a row that SmackDown sucked. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling, here to review WWE SmackDown for the 31st of October 2002. And this was a Halloween special. There was fancy dress, there was dunking for apples, there was all that Halloween shite. But I think the true horror show was just how average this show was.
Yep, you can dress people up, but you can't dress up this show as anything other than mediocre. Pants. Shite. It's just, I think we're just devoid of any, we've lost Undertaker, we've lost The Rock, we've lost Hogan. To lose those three within a short span, I mean, obviously Taker was just last week, but like, it's like, oh, let's just add the Big Show to this brand and he'll make up for all these people that we've lost. Not a chance.
No, doesn't it work that way?
And like we've talked about for the past couple of months, I feel like half the SmackDown 6 have been neutered, especially Edge and Angle. I feel like those two could have, I mean, Angle, of course, main eventer, but I think the SmackDown, they just don't feel like what they should feel. Chavo's the only guy to benefit. Here he is dressing up as fucking Sorrow and Poncho with his uncle. What? Come
Javito, what do you dress us for this Halloween?
Javito. Tajiri.
Can someone dress SmackDown up as a good show?
One could only beg for that, but Ron Simmons, he's dressed as a pimp. I thought he was more going for the Godfather look. Guess Godfather is a pimp, but here, that's what I thought he looked like. Tajiri was dressed as a disco guy. Sharon Moore was dressed as the devil. Stephanie McMahon was dressed as a witch, while Rey Mysterio had no costume because Stephanie McMahon announces
a witch with giant tits.
That's it. Rey Mysterio does not have giant tits, but he does get put against a giant among men. Brock Lesnar tonight. This guy doesn't wear a mask on tonight. He wears it every night. Really? Is that? I just see when Stephanie McMahon tries to hype things up like this, I think it just comes across as cringy. Like, Rey Mysterio is what a fucking superhero. He's just a lucha libre guy with a mask.
I thought the best costume tonight was probably Noble and Nydia.
Yeah,
dressing up as
and it
each
was
other.
Simple. It's as simple as it needs to be.
Jamie Noble dressing up as Nydia and Nydia dressing up as Jamie Noble. I think that was kind of I guess Stephanie McMahon's costume was alright, but yeah, I mean, other than that, not really a lot. We get the opening match, Edge versus Benoit. Again, SmackDown 6. It's just littered with SmackDown 6 at the moment.
Yeah, you can't get enough of SmackDown 6 at the moment. And you know what, this match is good. It's better than seeing Edge against Guerrero, that's for sure. At least it's something different. You've got Angle getting involved in this match. He pulls Benoit out of the ring, breaks up the crossface. Edge then kicks Benoit from inside the ring, and he knocks both of them down. Edge then jumps off the top rope. After Benoit moves up the road, he hits Angle. He then gets back in the ring, hits the spear on Benoit. 1, 2, 3. And it's like, these two, it's just like, can Benoit or Angle lose fucking clean, or can they win a match? They're costing each other every fucking match.
I just don't think it helps to have the SmackDown 6 constantly lose to each other when it's not like they're, at the moment, they're not really main eventers. But every week they constantly lose to each other, so it's like no one's gathering any momentum or steam.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it is, but you know what? Know who's gathering a bit of steam? Not John Cena. He does his best Vanilla Ice impression here. He's beginning to turn into Thugonomics. It was alright.
What is that?
But it wasn't exactly prime Thugonomics. You could Billy Kidman and Big Chuck Palumbo booing his impression. Who the fuck are they to boo anybody? Especially Kidman.
What have you ever done, kid?
What are you talking about, kid?
And Chuck Palumbo was not with Billy Gunn tonight, and he wasn't with Billy Gunn last week. Is this the end of Billy and Chuck? Are they done?
I think it is. He was called, yeah, the fact they're calling him Chuck Palumbo now tells me they are done. It's not Billy and Chuck Palumbo, is it?
Yeah.
Who would have took whose second name if they got married?
Ho ho!
Chuck Gunn? Billy Palumbo? Billy Palumbo sounds good.
Billy.
Anyway, it's all hypotheticals, guys.
Tori dresses Cena, bumps Senna even.
John Cena.
Bumps into ex-boyfriend Tajiri, who's disco guy. But he says he's got a new girl and
Disco
he leaves.
fever.
And he ends up bumping into Marlon Monroe and Pebbles, who are Mae Young and Muir. And then Mae Young just assaults Tajiri. And then we see Dawn Marie as a biker babe and Al Wilson as a biker dude. I'm pretty sure Dawn Marie... Was Dawn Marie not a police officer?
She was. And I'm pretty sure Al Wilson was Grease.
Now, World of Wrestling Online...
You know John Travolta?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's who Al Wilson was supposed to be.
Well, World of Wrestling Online is making it as if they were like fucking Clay and Gemma. But they didn't look like biker dudes to me.
It was police woman and John Travolta to me, like.
Yeah, we have Benoit. He enters the room. He's looking for Kurt Angle. He's pissed. Benoit asks someone dressed in a Scream mask if they've seen Angle. The masked man shakes his head. Benoit storms off, and it turns out the masked man is indeed Kurt Angle.
Yeah, so Kurt Angle is here. You know, it was a nice wee reveal, but it's weird how you've got the Guerreros in here. They're like just, you know, they just fit in with the jobbers, but then like Angle and Benoit are just portrayed as these like much better guys than them. Because like Benoit comes in and everything just goes quiet.
Then we see Mark Lloyd dressed as a Flintstone woman. It looked like some sort of
transvestite.
Well, I wasn't going to go that far, like, but he just looked like someone for the Jesus era. I think he's with Brock Lesnar.
I didn't even realise it was Mark Lloyd at first.
He asked Brock who's he dressed as, and Brock says, "I'm dressed as the WWE champion," and walks off. Heyman tells Brock that he is not the same man after Hell in a Cell, and he says that Big Show is 7 feet tall and 500 pounds. He says that Brock can't manhandle the Big Show. He says that Brock can't F5 the Big Show. He says that Brock cannot beat the Big Show. Brock turns at Heyman, doesn't like what he's saying, but Heyman says,
"Neither do I.
You pay me to tell you the truth, and that's what I'm doing. I'm telling you can't beat the Big Show."
Fucking God, no. Let's talk about this. This rhetoric of "he's 7, fuck off. I don't need it. I don't want it." Right? You can't have a guy get buried on Raw and then automatically on SmackDown he's like, no pun intended, the next big thing. What is this? I can accept that he comes in for a different company, but for me this is fucking.
Or have he been dominant over the past year?
Yeah, like Brock has essentially killed Hogan. He sent The Rock packing. He battered Taker, right? He's never been pinned. And here he is.
Big Show is so shit that he got kicked out the NWO.
Yeah, literally kicked out. Big Show's been a bad smell for years.
But apparently Brock can't beat him.
Look at Big Show in 2000. He was doing fucking Hulk Hogan impersonations.
I mean, Brock's beat everybody, but apparently can't beat a guy that's been a big jobber for the past year. Anyway, speaking of Big Show...
No, they're treating Big Show like he's fucking Goldberg here.
Big Show defeats Rikishi with new ring gear. What's your thoughts on the new ring gear?
You know what? It's better than the singlet or whatever. But he looks like... No, he looks like he's in a boy band.
Really?
Yeah, I think the whole black.
Looks more like a security officer or something like that. Security.
Well, that's what, yeah, like the earpiece and the mic, sort of like a boy band-esque look. But anyway, security guard.
I'm just seeing Little Chino.
Little Chino, but you know what, right? This guy's... I actually, you know what? I despise the Big Show. I think he's fucking horrendous. I don't care about his size. I mean, the whipping in AEW, this guy's big. Fuck off. Don Callis.
Big Show then says after the ring that everyone knows Brock can't beat Paul White. He can't beat the Giant. Brock comes out, snatches the microphone away from him. Brock says he got one thing right. He is a giant piece of shit.
I like that.
Big Show backs off. He says he's been advised not to beat his ass until Survivor Series. Big Show says that last week he did something to Undertaker that's never been done before. And tonight he'll do something to Brock that's never been done before. So what will that be? We'll find out.
He says he'd been advised. I think even at this point you can clearly tell that's like a Heyman thing. Like, who else advises people in WWE? It's fucking Paul Heyman. He's like the advisor. So yeah, already we're beginning to see that.
I think it's planting a seed, but I don't think it's obvious.
No, but I think in hindsight, because we know what happens.
Well, in hindsight, aye.
It's like who else would use that word? Apart from Big Paul. Partly dangerous.
We got the trick or treat match then. Dom Marini versus Tori Wilson. Just your average Divas match in a pool. This time it was filled with chocolate syrup, apparently. They throw cake into each other. I mean, it was alright. Referee gets rolled on, you know.
It's definitely a police outfit, man. I mean, no, it definitely was a police outfit because you've got Michael Cole saying, "Oh, I'd like to be handcuffed by Dawn Marie."
Yeah, it wasn't a biker.
So
girl.
what sort of biker walks around with fucking handcuffs?
Tony Chimmel gets thrown in after the match by Tori. Tori beats Dawn Marie. Like, Would it really hurt to give Dawn Marie a win?
Yeah, it's such a lopsided feud. Like, realistically, right?
That's 4-0 now, by my calculations, to Tori Wilson.
She's got, right, alright, Dawn Marie's took Al Wilson or her dad, but, like, where's the comeuppance for Tori if you're already 4-0 up?
Yeah, I just don't get it.
Like, and I know for a fact she wins at the Rumble.
Matt Hardy comes in, he says this party needs a dose of attitude. And Matt tells Tajiri he has a match with him and that he shouldn't be flirting. May stands up and tells Matt not to bully her boyfriend. But Matt says that he will send Tajiri back to her after a twist of fate. I think Matt Hardy's probably the best thing on SmackDown right now.
He is. Head and shoulders above the rest, man. Burying these two for their age.
Yeah,
honestly.
Moolah tells May to sit down and be a lady. Has May Young ever been a lady, though? I don't know. Then we got Nydia. We see Nydia dressed as Noble. Noble dressed as Nydia. They are bobbing for apples. Noble backs up into Stephanie, who smiles at Noble because he's having such a good time. Whoa, Stephanie's loving this. Guerrero's come up. They compliment her on her costume. John Cena then rhymes and raps. And basically, that was it. I didn't think it was great. Then Cena snaps out in character and he tells her your dad is here to see you in your office. So Stephanie runs to her office because, well, Vince McMahon's here.
Well, I mean, did Cena see Bischoff as Vince, or did he hear that Vince was in the office? Because, I mean, it's so fucking obvious it's not Vince. Like, what's Cena's stick here?
Looks like Vince to me.
I feel like 200 feet away?
Matt Hardy wins with a twist of fate, but he had to low blow Tajiri in order to win. I mean, is Matt Hardy really at the stage where he can go toe-to-toe with Undertaker, but he needs to cheat to beat Tajiri?
Yeah, Tajiri's the most underrated worker of all time, according to Kurt Angle.
Yeah, then we see in the backstage, in the office, Steph enters, she finds McMahon, although it's not McMahon. It is someone with a McMahon mask. Finn says that it looks like Scott Steiner's going to sign with Raw. I wonder who this could be. Steph asks how does he know for sure. Finn takes the mask off. It's Eric Bischoff. Bischoff says he knows because he's the one who's going to sign him up. Then Bischoff grabs Stephanie and he plants a big kiss on her. And Stephanie seems to enjoy it. So maybe she would have preferred it if she did get to kiss his ass or he kissed her ass even at the last pay-per-view. Because she seemed to enjoy this.
Yeah, she did. And you know what, McMahon? Bet he was sitting there loving this. Because he's the guy that wanted the whole incest angle, and he probably was like, yes, she's got the McMahon mask on. Bischoff, kiss my daughter, damn it.
Yeah, Stephanie and Bischoff separate reluctantly, and who knows? Maybe they can make a good
It is a pretty memorable moment, though.
No, definitely. Then we get Angle versus Guerrero. Another match that didn't do much for me. This time Guerrero pins Angle. Angle loses again. All Angle seems to do on SmackDown is lose. Then we get Angle and Benoit backstage. And
right, this was the best part of the show, right? Angle's looking for Benoit. He thinks he's going to be under the Scream mask. Turns out his brother Love. So obvious it's not Benoit because the guy's fat as fuck, right? See brother Love. What's this guy's real name?
Oh, God. Fuck.
Alright, we all know who it is. I've never rated this guy, and I think he fucking sucks. I'm just going to put that out there. I love you. That does nothing for me, right? But no, it does do stuff for me. Is Kurt Angle getting forced to dunk for apples and coming out the fucking water with an apple in his mouth and looking like a goof.
Benoit, only Angle could pull this off. Like,
yeah.
Benoit goes to drown Angle, puts him head first into the bucket full of apples. And like about a second later, he drags Angle out, and Angle's got a big apple stuck in his mouth. It's like fucking quality.
No, it was. You know what? Probably like the only one of the few good things on this show. Great things.
Then they switched into the ankle lock, the crossface, and then eventually Angle put Benoit through a table. And that was it. Angle got something smashed over his head as well. And then, main event, Brock Lesnar versus Rey. Mysterio, Big Show interferes during the match, picks up Rey, tosses him into the audience. Big Show then takes Brock Lesnar, choke slams him through the announce table. The match is ruled a no contest, and Big Show said he was going to do something we've never seen done before. I mean, he choke slammed Brock through the announce table. Now, maybe Brock's not been choke slammed through an announce table, but it's not like someone going through the announce table something we've never seen before.
Yeah.
He made,
well, you know what? Actually, it was quite a unique choke slam for how bad it was.
Well, he kind of botched it, but he made out as if, well, what you see me do to Undertaker last week was nothing. So therefore, you kind of expect him to up the ante. A, he didn't up the ante. This was a downgrade on tossing Taker off the stage. And B, he said earlier he's been advised not to beat his ass until Survivor Series. So why is he threatening? Why was he saying earlier, oh, I'm not going to beat your ass, but I'm going to come out and do something you've never seen before tonight? Which is obviously a sign he's going to come out and attack him.
It was a different version of beat his ass. Who knows? But that's how SmackDown goes off the air. Ray ends up in row 10, by the way. But yeah, I think literally every segment tonight was backstage at a party, which I don't mind if you've got the roster to pull it off, but I think I know, right, obviously Angle's one was the best at the end, but I think the more they went on, the more tiresome they got, and it's like, fuck, with anyone else on this roster?
I just don't think they really did that much comedic stuff. They had a Halloween backstage party, but I don't think they really did that much that was funny.
Yeah, no, that is true.
And maybe if they tried to be more comedy, they could have made more memorable scenes.
I just think of Austin, and McMahon. Was it McMahon and Flair's Christmas parties at the end of 2001?
Aye, they were good.
Yeah, they were good, but this what really. It was alright compared to now. It was good, but for this period, I would just expect a bit more, to be honest. But anyway, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. That's me done. What are you giving it?
Give it a 4. Again, the match just didn't do anything for me. Kurt versus Eddie. Edge versus Benoit. Just don't need to see it.
No, we've seen it a million times, folks. And SmackDown looking incredibly weak on the road to Survivor Series. You know what? SmackDown 6, like you said, great match, but the build, I just don't want to see it. And then Big Show Brock. What is SmackDown bringing to the table in terms of Survivor Series? It's all about fucking Monday Night Raw, folks. But anyway, till next time. Peace.